Hey, it's Annie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to talk to you about concealers. I want to go over some of the different concealers that I have, and then I'm going to show you some do's and don'ts as far as concealer. And as you can see, I have one eye that I applied my concealer, the other eye I haven't applied my concealer. And there is a trick to doing it on mature eyes that it will not crease on your eyes. I will share the ones that I have with you, but it's really in the technique. And I want to try to give you as much information as possible. So it's going to be very chatty. I'm going to be giving you a lot of information. Okay, so we're going to get into it. First, let's talk about different concealers. I'm going to go over the ones that I have and ones that I recommend and ones that I do not. One of the all-time worst ones for me is the Tarte Shape Tape. That one is just way too thick and heavy for mature eyes, in my opinion. They have a new one, and I may test that one out. So if I do, I will share it here, of course, with you guys, okay? So I may order that just to test it out, because some people said it's great. The only reason I haven't tested it is because I've heard that it doesn't conceal as good, but, you know, I guess I can give it a try, okay? So let me talk about different ones that I like. Those are all my concealers that I have, okay? And actually, this too. These are all my concealers. So let's talk about them really, really quickly, and then we're going to get into the technique. You have to find the right concealer that's going to work for you. And the less we put on, the better. I don't wear foundation under my eyes. Normally, I apply my concealer first. Today, I'm testing out there's like a gnat in here. Today I'm testing out a foundation, but normally I put, and I wanted to show you guys this video, but normally I put my concealer in first and then I work it up there. A lot of people ask me how you do that. I just do. I just work it up around there. I never get it under my eye. The less product that we have under there, the better. You want to make sure that you're prepping your under eyes before you even put a concealer on. I just want to throw that out there too really quickly. Make sure that you are using an eye cream or moisturizer under your eyes, and you want that to sit on for a while. So I always do my skincare and all that, have my breakfast and do my whatever, make my bed, whatever, and then I come back and do it. So it's been sitting on for a while. The Giorgio Armani Power Fabric was just horrible under my eyes. It was just too thick and it creased and it was just awful under my eyes. I'm going to get the worst ones out of the way first. This is the Lancome Teint Idol Ultra Wear. Okay, it used to come in a tube, and now we have it in this. Okay, so it's basically the same one. And I remember testing this out years ago, and then they came out with, like, they changed the packaging or put it in like this, the doe foot applicator. It's just really drying. I know there's some mature ladies that like this. That's great. But it's just really drying under my eyes. And I know some of you guys had said that as well. I don't recommend this one. It's just, it conceals really good. It's just really, really drying under the eyes. This is the Patrick Star One Size. This was just horrible. It kind of reminds me of Shape Tape. The Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion. This is a nice one. I do like this one, but it's okay. I like this one, but I like other ones better. But this one's okay. Okay. And then we have the Kosas. This one is a nice one. I do like this concealer. It's very nice. Next one I would say is the Lancome Effacierins. This one's nice. The only thing is it's very inconsistent. I feel like I've gotten bad tubes of this where it's really watered down, so I don't know what the issue is with that. This is actually a Pro Pencil from Anastasia. It's not a concealer. I've used it as a concealer. It's fabulous. Fabulous. So if you don't have a lot of darkness under your eyes, just have a little bit and you just want to use something like this, it's fantastic. Okay, and it's just nice to use in other areas of your face. Really like it. Bad things, there's not a lot of different, a lot of selection. Okay, and then we have the Bobbi Brown cream. This one's okay. Okay, this is one of those creams. It's okay. It's not bad. It's okay. I have to be very careful when I apply this, because if I apply too much, it will crease. So I have to really be very, very careful and really blend this out well. And the other side's a setting powder, by the way. And then I have these two. These two are my ultimate favorites. This one is from Sicily. This is amazing. It actually color corrects and conceals. You can see how it has that peach undertone. It feels really light. It doesn't look or feel like you're wearing a concealer. It's beautiful. And then the other one that I have is from Anastasia. This is full coverage. It's gorgeous, but it doesn't crease under your eyes. It's just amazing. It really, really is. But don't apply it using this. I'm going to show you how to do it. The other thing that I want to talk about before I get to the technique too is if you have a lot of discoloration under your eyes, and sometimes mine get a little bit, mine look pretty good honestly right now. That looks really good. I've been doing some different things, so I don't know if that's what's been helping it. But if a concealer isn't enough, that means you need to color correct too. So then you want to go in with something like this. This is from Bobbi Brown. This is the color Bisque. So see how it's peachy? So you would apply this first, and then you would go ahead and apply a concealer on top, because this is going to cancel out that purple. Sometimes using even a full coverage is enough if you have a lot of darkness. And this is another color corrector too. God, I got this so long ago, and I just got the sample of it, and I will probably never run out of it. I like this one better, but this is from Lancome, and this is a color corrector too. And this is in the color peach. It actually says peach, okay? So, applying your concealer is so important when you're a mature woman. You don't do the big triangle thing. You don't have to do the dot here and the dot here and the dot there. You don't have to do that. Most people that have under eye circles usually have it in this area like I do right here. And for me, it's more of a tear trough issue for me. See how it looks like my skin is kind of sunken in there, okay? So I want to push that out. Now, if you have all darkness under here, it's going to be very difficult not to get creasing. If you have darkness all under your eyes, not just a little bit right there like I do, you have all under your eyes, I still say only apply it here and then just gently start working it out, because you still don't want to put too much product under your eyes, because the more product you have, the more it's going to crease. It's just the way it is, and it won't matter what product you're using. The less product you use, the better. So I am going to just apply a concealer today. I don't feel like I need to use a color corrector first. I don't feel like the darkness is bad on me today, okay? I feel like a lot of mine is just from allergies. And like I said, I've been doing some things that I think have been helping. So I'm just going to use this, and I'm putting it on a liner brush. It's just an eyeliner brush that you can get. This one's from Trish McEvoy. I don't know that it's available anymore, but just get an eyeliner brush, okay? The reason we're doing this because you don't want to put it all under your eye. We just want to put a little bit. When you're using full coverage, you don't need a lot. I mean, you are wasting. When I see people do all that stuff, it's like, what are you doing? Okay? So, I'm going to take this, and we're going to put it right here. And I follow where that is, and I'm going to put it right here. Just like that. And I still have plenty left on my brush. Now I'm going to take this brush. Now this is the one that came with my Sisley concealer, but you can buy a concealer brush, but see how it is? See the way it looks? That's the kind of brush you want to get. It just works better, I feel like, than using your finger. You can still go in and use your finger a little bit to blend it, but the thing is, I want to have control, and I'm going to tap it, okay? I want to have control over where I'm blending this. So we're just tapping this like this. And so if you have total discoloration all under here after you blend all this out, then you can start working over here, okay? You can just start slowly blending it and working it out. That way you're not going to get too much product, that's what I'm saying. So for me, I have a little bit under my eye here and in the corner, so what's left on my brush, I'm just going to gently apply that. I'm going to take my finger in here, just a little bit. See that little product I used? And look at how it concealed under my eyes. Easy, right? That's one of the things I've learned, is the less product we use under our eyes, the better. And I struggled with my under eye area for a long time. Now I'm going to go in and I am going to apply a little bit of powder. You don't have to. If you do use a powder, I have a couple of them. I've just been using this, but I do like the other Charlotte Tilbury one. I have to start using that one again. But first, I just want to take this brush. This is from Fit Glow Beauty. It's a double-ended brush. I will put a link below for this too, so if you want to check it out. But I'm going to take this side and I'm just going to lightly tap it. So I just want to make sure that everything is blended, because once you set it with powder, you don't want to set in the crease, okay? So I'm just going to take this powder. If you use a powder, you want to use one that's really, really fine. That's why I like this powder, something that's really light and fine. So I'm just going to take it on my brush, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to lightly tap it. We're not going to bake. We're not going to put so much on. I didn't put enough on there. You're not going to put so much on that you're going to bake. Baking is just ridiculous. Unless you want your eyes to look all dry. See? See how that conceals like really, really good. Let me get the rest of my makeup on and I'm going to give you a couple more tips. Some tips for you with your concealer. One, again, just make sure you use very, very little. There is something that I didn't mention that you can try if you feel like you still have settling. You can try something like this. This is from Smashbox. This is called the Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. So if you are someone that has dryness and you don't wear eye cream, or you wear eye cream and you just have issues with dryness, then I would definitely recommend this. You use a tiny amount. Use it. I'm going to show you how much. Don't use too much of this, okay? Don't use too much. That's all you need. You see that? And you might be able to get enough under 2 eyes with that. I think a lot of times people overuse under eye products, whether it's an eye cream or something like this, or concealer, whatever. We're just in that this teeny tiny little area. We don't need to use a lot of product, okay? But if you struggle with creasing, and no matter what application you've tried, no matter what concealer you tried, you might want to try something like this and see if that will help you. The other thing that I wanted to say is that you don't have to set it. You do not have to set your under eyes. I like to do it because I like how smooth it makes it look. It kicks down that little shine that I have. So if you do, again, you want to use something that's very, very fine. The ones that I like, that I have, is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter, and also I have her magic powder somewhere back there. Okay, that one's a loose one, and I probably will have that forever, because the thing is, when you're setting your under eye, you're using a minute amount of powder. Another one that I have, but I don't like it as much, is a Bye Bye Under Eyes. I just don't like that one as much. Sometimes it looks a little bit drying under my eyes. I don't know. The other two work better for me. And if you don't want to use a powder, then what you can do is take a tissue. Take a tissue and then just lightly just tap on it after you apply it. And what that's going to do is, I'm going to set it, but it will just kick down that shine, and it'll kind of take down some of the, the little bit of the top layer, I guess, too, just a tiny bit, okay? But that way you don't have that shine. It kind of kicks that down, and then you don't have to set it. So I hope that this video was helpful to you, and if there's anything that I didn't cover in this video and you had a question about, let me know below and I will get back to you. And if it's something that's really involved, then maybe I'll do another video and talk about that as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will catch you guys all in my next video. Bye. After you do that, then you'd go in. So if you do the, I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Let me do it again. So I'm going to apply concealer. I'm actually going to use this one today. I'm going to use a concealer, or I'm just going to be honest, because the less we put under here, the better. I still say, if you have it's totally dark under your let me do that again. Okay. You're going to see me with the same flat hair and the same shirt in several videos. I'm going to share it with you. Anyways, okay. And I feel like I have fuzz on my face. I need to get it or it will drive me mad. Do I have like a kitty here on me or something? I feel like I have like a, yep. I swear, the littlest little fuzz on my face, I feel it drives me nuts. Okay,